Good morning, my love. As I awaken, I allow this moment to hold me gently. Before I even open my eyes, I give myself permission to just be here, soft, unhurried, present. This breath is the beginning. It is my invitation into a brand new day. I've learned not to rush past this moment. I've learned that how I greet my morning is how I greet my life. So I stay here for a few more breaths, listening inwardly, letting the day arrive slowly, like the sun rising over the horizon. I remind myself this is a sacred moment. Each day I return to this knowing that life always gives me a fresh page. No matter what happened yesterday, no matter what is waiting later this morning, is mine to begin again. This breath is the first brush stroke of a new masterpiece. With each breath, I release any tension I find in my body. I soften my shoulders, unclench my jaw, and allow my belly to rise and fall with ease. There is nothing I need to prove, no one I need to be. I am already enough, and this moment is already whole. Today may bring things I expect: routines, plans, familiar faces, and it may also bring surprises, miracles, blessings I cannot yet imagine. I stay open to both because this day, like every day, is unlike any that has come before. I take a deep, gentle breath, and as I exhale, I whisper to myself a truth that anchors me. Every thought I think is creating my future. This knowing returns me to my power, to my ability to choose. I may not control all circumstances, but I can choose the thoughts I plant in the garden of my mind. I can choose words that nourish, uplift, and encourage. I can choose thoughts that open the door to joy. Today I choose thoughts that are kind, thoughts that are loving, thoughts that remind me that I am safe, that I am guided, and that I am loved by life itself. Let us pause together now. Place your hand gently over your heart. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and whisper with me, I welcome this new day with love. Feel how your body responds to those words. Notice the warmth, the openness. That is how healing begins, in a moment of willingness, in a breath of self-love. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You only need to be here, present, open, ready. Let's begin by breathing and letting go. As I slowly return to the waking world, I do not rush. I begin with breath. I place one hand gently on my belly and notice the rise and fall, so effortless, so steady. My body, without any command, has been breathing through the night, watching over me while I slept. I take a moment to appreciate that miracle. I breathe in and know I am alive. I breathe out and know I am supported. There is no need to hurry. There is only this sacred pause. I allow my breath to deepen naturally. As it moves in and out, I notice how it flows like waves. With each exhale, I invite tension to soften. I let go of the weight of any dreams, worries, or restlessness left over from the night. They served their purpose, and now they are free to go. If I feel any tightness in my shoulders, my neck, my jaw, I greet it gently. I do not resist it. I breathe into it, and I feel it begin to loosen. I do not need to force anything. I simply allow. Each breath is an invitation to relax. Each breath reminds me my body knows exactly how to bring me back into balance. Sometimes I forget how miraculous my body is. This morning I remember, I honor this living, breathing vessel. I thank my lungs for filling me with life. I thank my heart for beating faithfully, hour after hour. I imagine the oxygen moving through me from my lungs into my blood, carried joyfully to every cell. With each inhale, I invite in peace. With each exhale, I release anything that no longer serves me. I feel a quiet joy beginning to rise from within, a gentle calm that does not depend on the outside world. This breath, this moment, is my anchor. And so I begin my day with presence and reverence, not with haste, but with grace. I remind myself, my breath is a miracle. My body knows exactly how to heal me. I trust the rhythm of my breath. I trust the intelligence of my body. I trust that every inhale and exhale is part of a divine dance, one that keeps me grounded, safe, and connected to life. This is where my healing begins, in the breath, in the body, in the stillness of morning. Let me stay here a little longer, allowing this truth to settle deep into my being. As I open my eyes a little wider and stretch gently into the day, I begin to notice the world around me, the soft pillow beneath my head, the blanket that kept me warm, the mattress that held me through the night. I whisper a quiet thank you to my bed. This beautiful space has been my sanctuary for rest and renewal. I bless my sheets, my pillows, the softness of my blanket, and I feel love radiating into the room. I look around and I realize I am surrounded by so many blessings. My home, whether large or small, is my sacred container. The walls have heard my laughter, held my tears, and offered shelter from storms, both outside and within. There is a chair I love. There is a table where I eat my meals. These are not just objects, they are companions in my daily life. I pause and bless them. I offer gratitude for their presence and their quiet service. Then I think of the things I often overlook. The refrigerator that hums gently in the kitchen, keeping food safe and fresh. The stove that allows me to prepare warm, nourishing meals. The lights that brighten my evenings. The faucet that offers clean water at a simple turn of the wrist. There was a time in human history when none of this was possible, but I live in a moment where modern miracles support my daily life, often without me noticing. Today, I choose to notice. Today, I choose to appreciate. I bless the plumbing, the running water, the warm shower that soothes my muscles. I give thanks for the electricity that powers my home, for the radio that plays music, the television that brings stories, the devices that connect me with loved ones across distances. Outside, the world is waking too. I look toward the window and feel gratitude for the light, whether it is the soft glow of morning sun, the quiet rhythm of falling rain, or the gentle rustle of wind in the trees. Even on a cloudy day, I know that the sun is still shining behind it all. The air moves in and out of my lungs, a gift I never have to ask for. The breeze that brushes my skin, the moon that watches over me at night, the stars that remind me I am part of something vast and beautiful. All of it I bless. This is the sacred act of remembering that life is always giving, and I, in my quiet gratitude, say yes to that giving. So affirm now, I bless my home and all that it provides. I am grateful for the everyday miracles in my life. Gratitude turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. It opens my heart and lifts my spirit. With every thank you, I step into the vibration of joy, abundance, and peace. This is how I begin my day, not in lack, but in love, not in hurry, but in deep appreciation. And I know the more I bless what I already have, the more life gives me to bless. As I sit quietly in the soft light of morning, I bring my awareness gently to my body, my beautiful, loyal, miraculous body. I begin with my feet. These feet have carried me through so many seasons of life. They've walked me through new beginnings, stood firm in difficult moments, and taken me to places both ordinary and sacred. I bless my feet with love. I move my attention up to my legs, strong, supportive, steady. My legs allow me to walk, to run, to stand, to kneel in prayer or rest. I give thanks for their strength, for their flexibility, for their endurance. They have carried me farther than I often realize. Now I place my hands over my heart. I feel its steady beat, the rhythm of life within me. My heart has never missed a day of loving me. It has continued to beat through grief, through joy, through every transition. I bless my heart. I thank it for its wisdom, its strength, its softness. My hands, how many ways they serve me each day. They hold, they write, they create, they soothe. I bless my hands for their willingness to express love in so many forms. And my eyes, these wonderful eyes that allow me to see the world, the sunrise, a smile, a flower blooming, a loved one's gaze. I bless my vision, whether clear or changing. and give thanks for the gift of sight. I wiggle my fingers, I stretch, I breathe. I am reminded this body is a miracle. Every joint that bends, every cell that heals, every breath that moves through me. My body is not my enemy, it is my sacred home. And beyond my body, I think about how the world supports my movement. There are vehicles, cars, buses, bicycles, trains, airplanes that allow me to move from one place to another with speed and ease. I bless them all. I bless the roads I drive on, the wheels that turn, the engines that carry me. I bless the public transport that helps people all over the world arrive where they need to be. Even in times when my mobility has felt limited, I have found that my spirit can still move, can still grow, can still reach across any distance. There is no boundary to the love I can send or receive. Movement is not just physical. It is energetic, emotional, spiritual. Today, I bless the miracle of mobility in all forms, and I affirm. I thank my body for carrying me through life, and I move through the world with ease and joy. My body is my ally. My body is my friend. With each step, I walk in gratitude. With each breath, I honor my journey. And as I rise to meet the day, I do so with love for every muscle, every heartbeat, every beautiful part of me. This morning, I pause to reflect on the people who have passed through the garden of my life. Some have stayed for a season, some for a lifetime. All of them, yes, all have offered me a gift. I begin by gently bringing to mind my family, the ones I grew up with, the ones who shaped my earliest beliefs. I bless them now. Whether our relationship was joyful, complicated, or both, I know they were doing the best they could with the understanding they had. I send them love across time, across memory, across any lingering pain. I thank them for helping me begin my journey. I think of my friends, those I have laughed with, cried with, grown with. Each one has brought color to my life. Some friendships have lasted through decades, and some were brief but impactful. I hold them all in gratitude. I bless the shared conversations, the gentle encouragement, the lessons, the love. I bring to mind my partners, past or present, those I have loved deeply, those who challenged me to grow. I release any old tension or regret, and instead I thank each relationship for showing me something about myself. I see now that love always teaches, even when it breaks us open. I bless my co-workers, my neighbors, the acquaintances I pass in everyday life. I honor the truth that every person I meet is a mirror, reflecting something back to me, sometimes joy, sometimes irritation, sometimes admiration, sometimes discomfort. And I remember, everyone is my teacher, yes, even the difficult ones. Perhaps especially them. There were people who disappointed me, hurt me, misunderstood me, and still I bless them. I am not blessing the behavior, I am blessing the opportunity to choose peace instead of bitterness, to grow instead of shrink, to remember who I truly am. These souls helped me practice boundaries, self-love, forgiveness, and strength. What powerful teachers they have been. As I look back on the chapters of my life, the joyful ones and the painful ones, I do so with a heart of soft remembrance. I see how every moment wove itself into my becoming. The celebrations, the losses, the changes, the beginnings and endings, all of it has served me. I no longer carry the past as a burden. I carry it as wisdom. I mentally walk through a few tender memories, the ones that still echo in my chest, and as I walk through them, I say, thank you. Not because everything was easy, but because everything taught me something valuable. I realize that I have survived so much. I have grown through so much, and I am still here, wiser, more open, more ready to receive the love life is offering me now. I now turn my heart gently forward to this day, to this moment, to the people I will meet, and the experiences yet to unfold. I bless the future, even as I bless the past, and with a grateful heart, I affirm, everyone in my life is my teacher. I am grateful for my past and excited for my future. I walk into today knowing that each person I encounter is part of my soul's curriculum. I bless them, I bless myself, and I trust the unfolding of this beautiful, mysterious life. This morning, I remember something deeply comforting. I do not have to control everything. For so long, I believed that if I planned just right, worked hard enough, or held on tightly enough, I could prevent pain, avoid disappointment, and stay safe. But the truth is, control is an illusion, and holding on too tightly only brings tension. Trying to control life is like trying to control my breath. The more I interfere, the less natural it feels. But when I simply allow the breath to move through me gently, easily I realize that life, too, has a rhythm, a flow, a timing that is wiser than my fear. I pause now and take a soft breath. Inhale, exhale. As I do, I feel the tension in my shoulders begin to soften. My body breathes itself. My heart beats without my effort. My cells know how to heal. This intelligence within me is the same intelligence that governs the stars, the oceans, the seasons. And if I can trust my body, I can trust life. Control is rooted in fear, but surrender is rooted in faith. I no longer need to grip tightly to what I think should happen. I no longer need to micromanage the mystery. I am learning to allow. I see now that the universe has a far greater perspective than I do. Sometimes what I think is a delay is actually divine protection. Sometimes what I think is a detour is the perfect path for my growth. When I let go, I make room for miracles. There is great peace in saying, I don't have to know it all right now. I am held. I am guided. I release the need to force outcomes or rush the process. I let go of the old belief that struggle is the only way to move forward. Instead, I open my heart to ease. I trust the unfolding. This doesn't mean I become passive or careless. It means I move through my day in partnership with life. I take inspired action when it arises. I rest when I'm called to rest. I listen. I respond. I trust. And I affirm, I allow life to unfold beautifully today. I trust the intelligence that created me. These words bring me back to peace. They remind me that I am never alone. I am co-creating with the universe. Today, I breathe deeply. I let go of the tight grip. I soften into the wisdom of the moment. And I remember that when I surrender with love, life always meets me with grace. Each morning, I remind myself, my thoughts shape my day. Long ago, I didn't realize this. I woke up and let my thoughts wander without direction, replaying yesterday's worries, reacting to fears, anticipating problems before they even arose. And as I thought, so I felt. My body tensed, my mind clouded. The day felt heavy before it even began. But then I learned a truth that changed everything. Every thought I think is creating the emotional weather of my life. I began to observe gently, without judgment, the kinds of thoughts I was choosing. And I say choosing because with awareness, I discovered I had the power to choose again. When I think thoughts of fear, I create more fear. When I dwell on lack, I block the flow of prosperity. But when I choose thoughts of peace, love, and joy, I become magnetic to peace, love, and joy. Each morning is a blank canvas. I now choose to paint it with hope, with light, with possibility. I say softly to myself, I am willing to think thoughts that uplift and support me. And when old, fearful thoughts arise, I don't scold them. I simply thank them and return to the truth. I am safe. I am loved. Life is supporting me now. When I align my mind with gratitude, my entire world shifts, doors open, insights come, things begin to flow. The answers I once strained to find suddenly arrive because I am no longer resisting them. Today, I practice conscious thought creation. I bless my thoughts as the sacred builders of my reality, and I align my thinking with divine intelligence. Here is a visualization I love. I imagine golden light at the top of my head, flowing down through my body. This light is filled with inspiration and clarity. I open myself to it. I say, I am an open channel for divine ideas. I am guided and protected in all that I do. I trust that the right ideas will come to me at the right time. I no longer chase, I align. And when I feel unsure or unclear, I pause and breathe. I return to the present moment and I affirm. Whatever I need to know is revealed to me because it always is. This is how I create prosperity, not just with effort, but with clarity, with harmony between thought and feeling. When I think thoughts of abundance, I create space for abundance to enter. When I think thoughts of peace, I carry peace into every conversation, every decision, every room. So today, I commit again to think lovingly, to choose thoughts that heal, inspire, and uplift, to remember that every thought is a seed, and I am growing a garden of joy. This morning, I sit quietly with myself, and I choose to let go. I close my eyes and feel into the places in my heart that still hold tight to old stories, sharp memories, or heavy emotions. Sometimes I don't even realize I've been carrying them, but my body knows, my heart knows, my breath becomes shallow, and my shoulders stiffen. And so, today, I practice forgiveness. Not because what happened was okay, but because I deserve peace. Because I no longer want to carry the weight of resentment. There was a time I believed forgiveness was something I had to feel all at once, a complete release. But I now understand. Forgiveness is a process. It begins with willingness. And so I whisper gently, I am willing to forgive. I release all need for anger or resentment. With every exhale, I imagine old energy leaving me. With every breath in, I welcome light and clarity into my heart. I think now of someone I've struggled to forgive, perhaps someone who hurt me or disappointed me, and I say softly in my heart, I release you, I bless you, I free you, and in doing so, I free myself. Then I turn inward. I think of the times I judged myself, blamed myself, held on to guilt. I see my past self with compassion. That version of me was doing the best they could with the tools they had. To myself, I say, I forgive you, I love you, I am here now, and I will not abandon you again. In this forgiveness, I feel my heart soften, my breath deepens, my energy clears. I realize that forgiveness is not about condoning, it's about cleansing. It's about releasing the toxic residue of holding on too long. When I forgive, I reclaim space in my mind and heart for joy, creativity, and connection. I return to love. I become lighter. And so today, as I move through this new morning, I carry these affirmations with me. I forgive others and I forgive myself. My heart is light and free. There is no perfect way to forgive, only a loving intention. I return to this intention as many times as I need, because every moment I choose to forgive, I choose peace. Now that my heart is clear and my breath is steady, I feel ready to bless this day with love. I pause and gently send love ahead like rays of golden sunlight stretching before me. I imagine this love touching the places I will go today. My home, my workspace, the grocery store, my appointments, the sidewalks I'll walk, the roads I'll drive. Everything I touch, I fill with peace. I bless the people I'll interact with, friends, co-workers, clients, cashiers, strangers passing by. I don't need to know their names to send them love. I bless them with kindness. I send compassion ahead of me like a soft breeze, making the day feel lighter for us all. I bless the tools I will use, my computer, my phone, the chair I sit in, the car I drive, the keys in my hand. Everything in my life is here to support me. And then I speak the words that set the tone of my day. This is a healthy, harmonious, loving, prosperous, and creative day. These words are not just sounds. They are sacred declarations. They shape the day ahead of me. I trust that the universe is always listening and always responding. Now I return to the most powerful phrase I've ever learned, the phrase that Louise taught me and that I carry with me always. I approve of myself. I say it again. I approve of myself. Hell, I say it softly, then louder, then in a whisper again. I repeat it as many times as I need, until it sinks below my skin and into my bones. There was a time when these words felt strange, even false, but not today. Today, they feel like truth, because they are. I do not need to earn my worth. I do not need to prove myself. I do not need to compare or compete. I approve of myself right here, right now, exactly as I am. Say it with me now. I approve of myself. Whisper it. Feel it. Believe it. Believe. With this self-approval blooming in my heart, I move into the day with calm confidence. I open my arms to new possibilities. I welcome new people, new ideas, and new experiences into my life. I do not need to know everything in advance. I trust that life will show me what I need when I need it. I welcome new experiences and new people into my life. This is one of the best days I have ever had. And I believe that with all my heart, because when I begin my day with love, when I send kindness ahead of me, when I declare peace, harmony, and joy, and when I approve of myself, life responds in the most beautiful ways. The blessing of a new day. Take a deep breath, my dear one. Let it fill your body with light. Let your chest rise like the morning sunday. Slowly exhale and feel your shoulders soften. Stretch gently, like a flower unfurling at first light. Wiggle your fingers and toes and smile, even if just a little. This is your moment. This is your day. This is a good day. Let those words echo through your being. This is a good day. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are meeting this day with love. You have breathed deeply. You have blessed your body. You have given thanks. You have released what no longer serves you. You have chosen new thought. You have returned to peace. What a beautiful way to begin. Now, Let this energy move with you. Let it guide your footsteps and your choices. You don't have to rush. You don't have to figure it all out. Just carry the vibration of love into the world and watch how life rises to meet you. You may find joy in unexpected places. You may notice synchronicities and surprises. You may feel a deeper calm in the middle of tasks and conversations. That's the power of beginning your day with intention and love. Before you rise fully, take a moment to bless this day. Say softly, "May this day be filled with joy. May I walk through it with calm and confidence. May I learn what I need, share what I can, and grow in kindness. May love surround me, guide me, and express through me. And as always, come back to this truth. Life loves me, and I love life." Let this be the rhythm of your morning, the anchor of your afternoon, and the blessing that leads you into evening. Remember, dear one, your thoughts create your world. You are not powerless. You are a co-creator. And each new day is a doorway to beauty. Now, rise slowly and gently. Carry your breath like a sacred prayer. Let your smile be your offering to the world. Louise would say it like this: "Go forth now and enjoy all that there is. This is a new day. This is a blessed day. I love you, dear one, and so do I. You are ready. You are loved, and today is yours."